when we are looking at the CPT scheme, the popular scheme which we are going to talk about, will need only 4 years to become CA. And if you go through the CPT exemption route in CA, it will take 7 years from +2. This is the first point I want you to appreciate, I want you to understand. Now, regarding the scheme, I said I would tell you little later, let's not worry about. Then what is common provision C test and what is it you are expected to do? Those who want to join the CPT program, they must have qualified already plus 10th. I mean the 10th program. That is the 10th passed candidates alone is eligible to join for CPT. So what is the first criteria? You must have passed your 10th board examination. Only then you can consider your joining CA. Then enroll for CPT course. Sir, for enrolling CPT course, how long I can take? Earliest, I must have passed 10th. So immediately after 10th, you could have enrolled. But what is the latest? Please try to understand. CPT examination, one can write only after their having written their +2 exam. Please try to understand. CPT examination, one can write only after their having written +2 exam. Therefore, at the earliest, while I may say you should have passed 10th to enroll, what is the latest? The latest is leaving the examination month 60 days before if you have enrolled with the CA Institute. That is the requirement maximum. So what is the earliest? Immediately after passing 10th, you can enroll. What is the latest? If you are planning to write in June 2014, leaving June month, 2 months before. That means 31st March is the last date within which you must have enrolled. Therefore, those of you who are sitting here, please first ask yourself a question. If you are planning to write in this June 2014, if you are going to write your +2 by March, then in June you are eligible. If you are eligible for June, you can register with the CA Institute. For becoming a CPT student officially, you must register with the CA Institute on or before 31st of March. What is the earliest occasion? Anytime after 10th, you can register. What is the latest? 31st March 2014 is the latest if you are planning to write your June examination. Let us be very clear on that. In other words, in the CA Institute, CPT exams are held only twice in a year. Once in June, once in December we conduct. So what is the enrollment criteria? Anybody can enroll anytime. But if they want to write their June exam or if they want to write that particular year's December exam, then 2 months before that month they must have registered. 2 months before June means 31st March and 2 months before the December means you must have joined before 30th September. So these are the criteria for you to enroll. Now on enrolling with the CA Institute, you are going to be given the material, you are going to be given all the subjects, 6,000 rupees fees you have to pay today to the CA Institute. You will get one number that is called your CPT registration number that we will have to obtain to begin with. Now, you can appear in the meantime class 12 because you must have registered before 31st March and maybe in the month of March you must be writing the exam and appear for CPT as you have enrolled June or December. Now, if you are planning for June month you can write the exam. Then in the meantime your results of +2 must have come and then you can also say by July you will get the result. If you write in June, your results are coming in about a month's time. In fact, last 15th December we had the exam. For Pongal gift on 15th, we had the results of the CPT. Similarly, for those who are writing June on 15th, by July 15th, you will get the result. This time, the institute has announced 22nd June is the examination. Those who are assembled here, please make a note, don't talk here. 22nd June, you have the examination. Date has been announced already. And for 22nd June examination, you can now enroll before 31st March. And it is only 1 day's examination. And when the results are expected, by July, the results are expected. This time, 1 week or 10 days, they have postponed the exam on account of our ensuing the general elections to be held sometimes by April, May. So therefore, our All India examination of inter final also got postponed. Instead of May 2nd to commence, we are commencing May 27th for inter and final. And for the June 15th is a original scheduled date and that has been postponed to June 22nd on account of the elections. So therefore, by July 15th or July 20th, your results would be out. So this is about what we need to know basically about the CPT of your basic requirement. Now, Those who have registered, who can be eligible, I told you. What is the earliest, what is the latest, I have told you. And next, whether the institute is giving you the package. Yes, they give you the material, they also give you CD, they give you model question paper, everything is given. The institute materials are given extraordinarily well, good package is being given to you. Then, of course, you must know, for your kind information, the exams are held in 2 sessions, 2 hours of each duration. Morning 10:30 to 12:30 on Sunday, June 22nd, you will have the first session examination, 10:30 to 12:30. Afternoon 2 to 4. That means within 1 day, if you are to sit in the examination center for the longest hours, probably it could be the CPT examination. Because in any other examination, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, we sit in the examination hall. But here, morning 2 hours, you are to be there. Then 1.5 hours gap they give you for your lunch or the small regeneration. And again in the afternoon, in the same center, same seat, you are to sit between 2 to 4. So therefore, 10:30 to 12:30 in the morning, then 12:30 to 2 lunch break and your regeneration time, and 2 to 4 again on the same day, you are to. There is no option of writing this session first and then session 2 later. In June I will write this, in December I will write this, like and all, you can't do that. You are to write all the 2 sessions in 1 day, Sunday, June 22nd. This is the first requirement. And what is that? In that you have 100 marks of objective type paper is what? The pattern of the examination you must understand. That means section A, section B are the 2 sections we have within 1 session. Within 1 session, section A, section B, like 2 sections we are to. Section A is comprising of fundamentals of accounting for 60 marks and section B is comprising of mercantile law for 40 marks. In this 60 marks plus 40 marks, 100 marks question paper. How the question paper is going to be? It is going to be the objective type examination. We used to say it is a paper pencil mode. What do you mean by paper pencil mode? You are not expected to write even one single word in the examination. It is all only with a pencil you are to mark on the OMR sheet. You are given the OMR sheet and in the OMR sheet the right answers are being shaded. You are not going to write any of the letter. You are going to only shade on the right answer. 4 answers are given, out of 4, 3 are wrong, 1 is right. That one right answer you are to just shade and you are to give them the question paper, you are to give them the OMR sheet. No question paper is being now allowed to be taken home. This is a very peculiar pattern on which we have the examination. Now, for all that, of course, in Shankara, we will extraordinarily brilliantly, we will train them. So let us not worry about that. But then I want you to first know what it is all about. That is about the first division. In second division, we have general economics of 50 marks, where both your micro and macroeconomics is combined. And in the quantitative aptitude section D, in that we have mathematics and statistics is being now combined. It is not exactly maths should be 25, statistics should be 25 like and all, we don't have. Amongst the math statistics, the syllabus is being given. Broadly, the examination pattern is being given almost 25 marks in statistics, almost 25 marks in maths they give. But then there is no, the authority or there is no question of clear, the dictation to the examiner that the paper have to be set like this and all. So therefore, you must know 50 marks for math statistics, 50 marks for economics is comprising of this 100 marks on the second division. So first division, accounts and law, second division, general economics and quantitative aptitude, and 100 marks for the first division, 100 marks for the second division. In all, a person is to answer for 200 questions. Now, what is the evaluation pattern and who is declared to have been passed in the examination? That is what we are to look at. Now, this is a very, very interesting and important issue for you. Objective type, multiple choice question, paper pencil mode, carrying 200 questions, and 100 questions on each division of first and second. That I have told you already in the earlier screen. The second, the qualifying mark is 50%. That means, what is it you must understand? What do you mean by 50% on this? Here, what is 50%? 60 plus 40. Here, 50 plus 50. So, in all 200. What is 50? 100. So, out of 200, 100 marks one should get. This was the basic requirement. The second requirement, let us consider, in that in each subject, one should get not less than 30%. That means, again getting back to the slide, here 60 marks you have. What is 30% of that? 18. And what is 30% of that? 12. So 18 plus 12, 30 marks you must have got in this. Please remember, it is not in toto 30%. Individually on each subject, 30%. 30% on 60, 30% on 40, 18 plus 12, 30 marks you must have got in this division. And in this division, 30 marks, 30% on 50, 30% on 50. That means 15 marks, 15 marks. The whole idea is, no student should ignore any one subject totally for getting 100. Each one must have some awareness on every paper and every subject. Is all about the whole thought process of this, the revision. Now friends, I used to say, don't delay the examination at any given point of time. If given an opportunity, you give the examination immediately, because the syllabus varying, the regulations should be varying, and it is only most challenges are being packed. So naturally, the more syllabus is going to be in the offing. So very honestly, if my friends, colleague members of Chartered Accountants here, you please pardon me for this statement. It's a fact I am talking, because I don't lie for the audience. If all the existing Chartered Accountants here, if they are to face the examination in today's environment, nobody would be able to get beyond single digit mark. That is a reality. That is a reality. Luckily, God has made me born earlier. So therefore, that is a fact. In the process, I tell you, what is the difference between the last June goer and before? Till last June, you know what was the advantage those children they had? In toto, out of 200, it is enough if they get 50%. That means, you know what? Supposing somebody has slept in session 2 totally. Economics I don't like, maths I will not get. இது ஒன்னு பிடிக்கல, ஒன்னு வராது. ஆனா நான் சிபிடி பாஸ் பண்ணணும். அவன்லாம் பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. 100 மார்க் வாங்கிட்டு. எப்படி? இது ரெண்டையும் மட்டும் இங்க சேர்ந்து 100 மார்க். அது ரெண்டுலயும் என்னடா வாங்கின? இல்ல அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் கையெழுத்து போடணும்னாங்க சார், அதனால அட்டெண்டன்ஸ் போட்டு வந்துட்டேன். நமக்கு ஏன் வம்புன்னு நான் ஒண்ணுமே போகலன்னா 100 மார்க் வாங்கிட்டு வெளியே வந்துட்டான், பாஸ் பண்ண முடியும். மேத்ஸ் எனக்கு விரோதி, இது பாகிஸ்தான் எனக்கு, இத மிச்ச 150ல 100 வாங்கணும், நான் வாங்கிட்டேன். No problem, you can do that. All that was possible before last June. The last Juneல ஒரு வில்லன் வந்தாங்க. இதெல்லாம் என்ன இது? ஒரு சப்ஜெக்டையே இக்னோர் பண்றது, பாக்கியில 100. நமக்கு இந்த 4 சப்ஜெக்ட்லயும் ஒரு பேக்ரவுண்ட் அவனுக்கு வேணும், சிஏ வாரத்துக்காக தானே வச்சிருக்கோம். அது என்ன இந்த பிரசங்க? நம்ம தட்டியில போனா அவன் கட்டியில போறான், அதெல்லாம் பண்ணக்கூடாது. So make him study. So therefore, in every subject you make him get minimum. That is a one villain that has been added. Now you know what is the fate of that? Please try to understand. இது அப்ஜெக்டிவ் டைப். ஒவ்வொரு கொஸ்டினும் ரைட்டா எழுதினா 1 மார்க். ஏதாவது கொஸ்டினை ராங்கா எழுதிட்டா 0.25 நெகட்டிவ் மார்க். என்னடா இது? அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்? முன்னாடி என்ன பண்ணா, 100 ஒருத்தன் கரெக்டா எழுதிட்டு 100 மார்க்க கரெக்டா எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச கேள்வியை மட்டும் எழுதிட்டு வந்துட்டான், 100 அவன் பாஸ் பண்ணிடுவான். இன்னொருத்தன் எனக்கு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இந்த 25 சந்தேகம் இருந்தாலும் எழுதுவோம் அப்படின்னு எழுதினான்னா அவன் ஃபெயில். அந்த 100ல பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டான். அந்த 25 ராங்கா போட்டதுனால 25ல குவார்டர் மார்க் 12 மார்க் போச்சு. அப்ப மொத்தம் அவனுக்கு 87 மார்க் தான். Which result he has failed. So therefore, now it is not only that negative and your 50%, they have now brought that 30% minimum on each subject. So therefore, let me understand, let me make it very clear. First qualification, it is objective type of examination is to be understood. Number 2, 50%. That means out of 200 questions, 100 questions of your right mark you must have obtained. For each right answer, you are given 1 mark. For each wrong answer, you are losing 0.25 marks. And what is the individual criteria of each subject? Minimum you must have got 30%. So if you get only 30% in a particular paper and still manage to get 70 in the toto, 100 marks can be obtained, no problem. But supposing you get 30% here and 30% here, 30% here, 30% here, what is the total 30% of 200? Only 60 marks. The candidate cannot pass. Individually he has passed, but then he has not passed in aggregate, because aggregate of 50 is very, very essential now. So therefore, understand the scheme. individually in each subject 30% of whatever marks given, and aggregate of 50 on toto. For every right answer you carry 1 mark reward, and for every wrong answer you are punished with 0.25 negative marking. Which means 4 wrong answer will eat away 1 right answer's mark. 4 wrong answer will eat away 1 right answer's mark. With the result, last time a girl got 134, but in economics she had 11. She is declared fail. In the same examination, her neighbor got 100, passed, because in every subject 30 has ensured. Overall he has got 100, and therefore he managed. That is a discrimination you have now, which cannot be avoided. So therefore, friends, it is not how many marks that you have, whether you have got 30% individually, first criteria, overall 50%. Thereafter, you can plan for 100 to 200. Whether you get 100 or 200 according to me, you know me already by now. I am not all that fascinated by a big marks and all, even though our children are only getting all India ranks at the examination. That is totally a different issue. It is a very proud message that I am now passing it on. For the whole world, they are proud, their parents are proud, and you all have been informed about Shankara's quality, and that could be the one reason why you have assembled. But with all that, I am only telling you, as far as the CPT examination is concerned, it is only a passport for traveling further on our CA. So therefore, let us not too much be worried about the examination. And after all, these are all the scheme I thought I should tell you as how it works. But this doesn't mean it is all going to be very difficult. Our pundits, our teachers, and of course, those who all do it with maturity, they will be able to do that, and absolutely nothing to worry about the examination. Now, broadly, at this, a small deliberation is going through in the minds of some of the state board parents or children. Sir, for this course, whether the state board could be of, by any chance, contributing some negative impact as compared to my CBSE, the peer group. Absolutely, friends, let's not worry about the CBSE or state board in terms of syllabus. They both have more than what is required for CPT syllabus. Let us understand that. Only thing is, some non-accounting students, non-math students, when they are going to take up, for them it is new. Similarly, some people, instead of economics in their plus 2, they have taken computer science. Instead of maths, they have taken economics. Nothing to worry about. After all, you must know the course is open even for non-commerce students. Then you consider a science student with biology or botany or zoology. When he is going to take up accountancy, economics, or for that matter economics and maths and the law, all the 4 subjects are going to be new for them. So therefore, let us not consider it is of in any way deterrence. Whether it is a state board or CBSE, absolutely no problem. Only one thing I know. My veteran teacher and also chief controller is sitting here for the state board examination, Professor Santanam. He will correct me if I am wrong. In the state board examination, there is a restriction. What is the restriction we have? Whatever the prescribed syllabus, prescribed book that we have, and at the behest, whatever questions that are given, the children should be asked the questions in the examination only out of those questions. That is a restriction we have in state board. With the result, if the question paper is made a change, there is a partnership firm with XYZ. Supposing the examiner changes that by saying there is a partnership firm wherein ABC are partner. The examination board says you have now set out of syllabus. Why out of syllabus? XYZ, all other things I have given only the same, sir. Only XYZ I have changed into ABC. It is the 8th question in the 7th topic in the 47th page in the state board. Correct here, but please look at, I think you have not read right. It is there as XYZ. Correct. I have changed it into ABC. That is a mistake you have committed. So those who all attended, you must give them the mark. With the result, what happens? They are forced to go through the questions at the back, be the examination pattern and the examination question. That is a restriction the board has got. What is the reason? You must understand. Reason is, the state government is to probably take care of everybody. Those who are affluent, those who are in the city, those who are in the town with excellent private management conducting the classes and schools. There is no problem. But you must also consider, only about a few days before you have seen in the paper, there is only one teacher in the school who is to conduct 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, 11th standard, 12th standard in 2 villages. 2 villages very close to Chennai. One teacher only in that school we have. He has to take care of 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. He is sending 3 boys for the 10th examination and he is to send 7 boys for plus 2 examination in the ensuing examination. It is a paper news. Now please tell me, such kind of teacher when they have only so much of pressure, what kind of children, what kind of school it could be, you imagine. Even for them, the state government has got a welfare measure to spread. So therefore, they have discipline. You have 8 topics, 8 questions are to be given in division C. And in that, you must ensure 1 question from 1 topic essentially should be there. Why? Because supposing there is a child who has not studied for the topic, on the balance of 4, still he should be able to answer that division full along with others. There should not be any disparity for the child because the teacher has not taught or possibly the environment is not congenial. Such kind of schools are also there, you must understand. So therefore, there are some limitations, we understand. Now, with the result, what happens? In any school, that be the background, they are training them in toto, word by word, whatever questions that are given at the back, for which they are given the answer. Nothing wrong in that. On the contrary, in CBS pattern, where again, I am closely associated with their board also, I know absolute freedom, absolute liberty is given to those examiners for setting the paper. You can set the paper within the lesson. In lesson, whichever part you want, you can ask. There is no restriction on that. There is no freedom curtailment for the examiner. You can ask question whichever way you want within the syllabus, within the frame, within the lesson. Therefore, CBSE children, not extraordinarily brilliant, but then what is their way of studying? Right from day 1, they are practiced to study the lessons right from the line 1 to the last line. With the result, as they keep studying the lesson, they have learnt it lesson based. Our state board children have learnt question based. With the result, anything other than the question if it is being asked, the state board children, they find it difficult. But in the case of CBSE, there is no problem for them. This pattern of the study, if you understand now, CPT examination is not difficult. That's where I said, we must know what is expected of the institute. That if you know, there is no difficulty. So therefore, what happens in studying the CPT syllabus, since it is objective type, every paragraph or every content on that could be translated into a question, for which you should be mentally prepared to answer. That means your pattern of study should be the lesson based and not question based is what we need to understand. That is the only difference we have between the state board and central board. So if our children are taught right from day 1 on this, obviously they are going to be extraordinarily brilliant and nobody would find this difficult, examination to be difficult. Now, academic exam, professional exam, already I have told you the difference. The so-called professional exams of engineering and so-called professional examinations of medical or law, they are all being conducted by the university in the college. But in the CA Institute, there is no question of a college which is being the authorized and all. Everybody is given a freedom. It is all a correspondence program. So everybody is given the material, everybody is given the lessons by the institute, the uniform style. If you want, you can go for private coaching. If you don't want, you need not. Everybody should be able to do with the material that are given. But who conducts examination? The institute. The chartered body which conducts examination. So professional body conducting professional examination is a CA examination. The other professional examination being conducted in the academic style. So therefore, passing engineering is not difficult, but passing CA is appearing to be difficult because nobody is there to guide you day in and day out with you to say how to go about. And in that, if you are taking possibly here and there the guidance from the centers, obviously what happens? You are better off. That is how the results are being made, and otherwise nothing to worry about the scheme. Now, sir, supposing somebody, not here anybody, here those of all assembled will clear in the first attempt. You need not know whether anything, the further I have a chance. But those who have been enjoying elsewhere, not knowing the seriousness of the CPT regulation, supposing they take the examination in June, they fail. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Heaven will not fall. In December, they will write the exam. In December, if they fail, in June, next, they can write. Only thing is, they need to pay the examination fee alone. They need to pay only that examination fee for the purpose of their writing the examination, and they need not really worry about. Now, no attempts, any number of attempts one can write. But then, in this background, what is the results of CA Institute? For about 10 years, I have given you, 10 attempts I have given you. December 2006, the examination came on CPT pattern. And December 2006 onwards, the exams are going through in the institute. I have just given you statistics from June 2009 because I can't have the entire table over here. So now, if you look at, please check up, the overall percentage of the All India Institute is only ranging around this. But you please look up, parallelly, the Shankara's result we have given. So what is that you understand? Average of 84% it works out to in terms of success. Is it a poor course or difficult course, or is it a easier course or normal course only? It is a normal course if you have understood. So here what is it we do? Nothing the extraordinary. We make them understand what we need to study. So therefore, let us be very clear, friends. Don't carry a misconception. The examination is typical. If you are given what is to be studied, how it is to go about, there is absolutely no problem. Okay.